How's it going, everybody? Vince here, and you're at the session. In episode 7, we're going to be discussing dealing with negative thoughts. The future is nothing more than a continuation of present moments. Negative thoughts can come from the past. They can come from the memory. When you're in the present moment, there are no thoughts. Only what's going on right here and now. Our thoughts aren't the here and now. The thoughts we think influence who we become. There's something called the self-fulfilling prophecy. If you say you aren't good enough, if you think you aren't good enough, eventually the universe will give you reasons why you aren't good enough. The quantum field will start giving you back what you gave it. The universe gives us back 10 times what we are focusing on. Whatever you put your energy into, that's what will grow. Our negative thoughts can be our greatest teacher because they can show us what we don't want to see. We must remind ourselves, if we have problems, we shouldn't create another one. We must love ourselves. Forget everything that you aren't and embrace everything that you are. Say thank you every single day, no matter what. It's a blessed day because you woke up. All of this didn't have to happen, but it did, and we should be thankful for the present moment because it is a gift.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
When you develop a broader perspective, your negative thoughts will begin to subside. So remind yourself that it's okay to have negative thoughts. These negative thoughts are only symptoms that there's something else going on, some suppressed emotion, or maybe you haven't forgiven yourself yet. Allow yourself to feel anything without guilt and without judgment. That's the art of meditation. I want to give thanks to one of the most inspiring, spiritually aligned people I ever got to listen to, and all of you people who found this episode interesting, insightful, and inspiring. If you did, drop a like. So thank you, Ralph Smart, and all of you who joined me. That brings us to our cannabis segment. Today we're going to be talking about myrcene. Myrcene can be found in brain function for health benefits. These are some strains that contain high myrcene. Pineapple Express, Granddaddy Purple, Green Crack, Papaya, Master Kush, and Sour Kush.
Here's a truth bomb for you. Imagine that the Matrix turned you into a corporation. And because you are a dead entity or corporation, you don't have rights. You have privileges. As a corporation, you are always encountering offers to contract. Now, you might not be interested in these offers or even want to contract, but did you know that your silence means you agree?
So they look like normal shelves, but they're not normal shelves. Every single one of them has infrared scanning sensors right here for your forehead, right? The mark of the beast on your right hand or your forehead. Speak to it. It sees you. Seek to wave. They're made out of super thick metal. If you don't have the mark later on, you won't be able to buy or sell unless you scan your hand on this. Then it's going to open for you. Then it's going to let you get whatever you need. But without the mark of the beast, you won't be able to use these in the future. These lock. Right now, they're not locked, but they do lock. And they're made out of super thick metal with glass. You can't even break through them to get food. So again, recap Revelation 13. He calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on the right hand of their forehead, so that nobody could buy or sell unless they have the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name.
The movie The Matrix is not science fiction, it's a documentary. Falling in love is the equivalent of taking the red pill biologically, because what it does is it keeps you what they call mindful, keeps you conscious. There is no cancer gene. That's an absolute truth. I can say it right here. There is no gene that causes cancer, not one. You have to have some life stimulus kick it off. Stress is a chemical. It causes the blood vessels to shut down. If you understand epigenetics, you don't need the pharmaceutical industry. You can heal yourself without drugs? And I go, absolutely. It's really an adjustment of consciousness, not an adjustment of your biology. The brain is the chemist. Change the picture, you change the chemistry. The pharmaceutical industry runs the show in medicine. If you could put this kind of healing that I'm talking about into a capsule or tablet, they'd be talking about it right now. A gene is a blueprint. Genes are not a metric of evolution. What is a metric? Consciousness. 7 billion humans come together to create a super organism called humanity. That's our evolutionary paradigm. That's where we're going.
May I ask why you guys are refusing people that don't have their vaccination?
It's the law. Unfortunately, the government passed it, and we're hired in to enforce that. We unfortunately don't have a say in the matter.
Really?
Yeah, we're just here to do a job.
That's messed up. Okay, thanks.
It does suck.
Good speakers don't use.
They will fight back, and the government better be ready for what's coming. I have one more message for the rest of Canada. The resistance has started. Prepare, strategize, and strike back.
If you're fully unvaccinated and you don't give a shit what anybody thinks, congratulations. You have just passed one of the biggest fear campaigns in this history of the world. There's only one other one I can think of. I'll just let myself out here.
Extremely concerned by the repeated human rights violations by the Chinese government.
Hey, Scotty Canuck here. Fuck. I think most Canadians are fucking concerned about the human rights violations that you fucking done, motherfucker. Can we fucking boycott you? Take it easy.
Simpsons predicted the future shot by shot because we're part of the Illuminati. Which is true, we are. Simpsons predicted the future shot by shot because we're part of the Illuminati. Which is true, we are.
Truth. In plain sight, disguised as comedy. Moments later, the interviewer throws up the 6 on purpose, confirming that this statement that David says is no coincidence.
That brings us to the 48 Laws of Power. Today we'll be discussing Law 19. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb's clothing. Choose your victims and your opponents carefully. Never offend or deceive the wrong person. The ability to measure people and to know who you're dealing with. Before any move, take the measure of your mark or your potential opponent. Study people's weaknesses, the chinks in their armors. Know their ins and outs. In judging your opponent, never rely on your instincts. Nothing can substitute for concrete knowledge. This will pay off in the long run. And we'll catch you in the next one.